Hi, I'm Barbara Sullivan, and I would like to put forth my candidacy for a U.S. Senator from Alabama as an independent candidate. These are the reasons why I feel Alabama needs an independent candidate in the Senate in this upcoming election in 2020. For one, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of riding the old white guy train. I'm tired of men who are over the age of 55, like of retirement age, making decisions for me and for my family, deciding what's best. Sometimes they're not always guided in what the right decisions are. Two, the Alabama Democratic Party is a complete disaster in this state because of poor leadership and the infighting. Now, I understand that there is a portion of the Alabama Democratic Party that is working to right these problems, but currently that infighting is going on and the poor leadership of the past is trying to maintain its footing, and I don't know how deep that goes. I don't know how rooted that is within the system of Democratic candidates within the state, and that goes statewide from like bottom to top. Moving on from the Democratic Party, because I'm just going to leave it at that. They're bad enough that they can speak on their own. We'll talk about the Alabama Republican Party. One, because they have a major footing in this state, which rightfully so, because there's a lot of people in this state that have Republican values and have conservative values and feel like they identify more with the Republican Party in this state. But here's the thing. The Alabama Republican Party, like as an entity, they refuse to acknowledge the younger demographic of their constituency. According to the Alabama Republican Party, if you are under the age of 50, you have no value, you have nothing to bring to the table, you might as well be walking around with a pacifier and a blanket because you're a baby, you don't know what you're talking about. The reason why I'm attacking the Alabama Republican Party is because it has a stronghold in this state and it will be hard to take down because of the support that it has. However, the other part of it is that the Alabama Democratic Party is in such disarray and so disorganized at this point that I feel like even if they tried to set forth a campaign to counter any Republican candidates, there's no way that they could actually gain traction in that campaign. There's no way that they would put forth the correct candidate for the state. I feel like the state is stuck in its old dog, toe the party line route, and there's no way that we're ever going to get any new voices in there unless we buck that system. Both of these parties need to shake up in order to make them realize that they need to change, that they're not actually listening to their constituents. They're not representing people to the full effect that they should be. I feel like if an independent candidate can draw enough attention away from the major party candidates in this election, we could actually win it. Like, I feel like there's enough dissatisfaction within the entire system across the country, but particularly in this state, that there's a good chance that we could actually get an independent candidate elected. And here's the thing, is I'm not doing this solely to get elected. I'm doing this because the shakeup is needed and because they need to take notice and understand that this is a problem, and young people do have a voice. Females do have a voice. Minorities do have a voice. Just because you're female and a minority doesn't mean that you have to be a Democrat and vote Democrat. Just because you're white doesn't mean that you have to vote Republican. Like, stereotypes don't mean anything. Go based off of what you believe and how you feel that it should be. I feel like the two major parties right now are tearing this country apart. Even if the election is not won, okay, if an independent candidate can draw enough attention away from the major parties and get, a decent percentage of voters, they have to acknowledge the fact that there's a portion of their constituency out there that they are not acknowledging, they're not recognizing, they're missing out on. And they will have to make changes to represent that. They need to understand that we're not satisfied with continuing to do things the way that we've always done them. That keeps us in the 20th century. For you, those of you who don't know, that's the 1900s. Like, we're not even in the 2000s yet. We're in the 1900s. We have not progressed yet in Alabama politics. And it's time to move into this century. I'd be okay if we could make it into like 2005, to be honest. This fighting has got to stop. Somebody needs to be like, this is ridiculous. You don't have to agree with somebody just because they're a Republican or just because they're a Democrat. If they're wrong, they're wrong. If it's the President of the United States and you're a Republican and he's wrong, he's wrong. Doesn't matter that he's the party leader. Who cares? He's wrong. When did we stop? Like, when did it become okay to be like, oh, that's okay. It's okay. He says it's okay. It's okay. We don't need to worry about that. Just shh. No. It's wrong. You need somebody to be like, that's wrong. That is not okay. Do not abuse your power. Whoa. Please consider me for independent candidate for the Alabama U.S. Senate position in the 2020 election. I'm tired of towing the old white guy line in Alabama, and both parties do it. We need a new voice. Please consider my voice for this upcoming election. I need 52,000 signatures by March 3rd. If you would be interested in supporting this, or you're interested in learning more about where I stand on issues, anything, please feel free to message me, leave a comment, whatever. I will post videos about any issues that you would like to know about. If you would like to sign the petition to get my name on the ballot, please let me know and I can send you information about that also. Thanks for watching, and please vote for me.